Yes. So, yeah, Shravan, what is the question?
Prabhuji, what is the process or steps that will happen between the Jnanabhumika of Tanumanasa to Sattvapati?
Okay, I'll tell you all the Jnanabhumikas.
Okay.
What is the question? What is the process of what is that which happens between Tanumanasi and Sattvapati?
Yes.
So there are 7 Jnanabhumikas explained in Yoga Vashishta. Sometimes they are called Yoga Bhumika, sometimes they are called Jnana Bhumika. So Yoga Bhumika and Jnana Bhumika, the difference is there. In Yoga Bhumika, importance is on practice, entering into Samadhi. In Jnana Bhumika, it is more of enquiry and getting clarity, getting established in truth. Yoga Bhumika, this focus is on Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So Jnana Bhumika, the focus on Nirvikalpa Jnana. Nirvikalpa Samadhi is a state. Nirvikalpa Jnana is to come into a realization, I am Nirvikalpa. I am the self is Nirvikalpa. It's not a state to be attained. It is a realization of my nature. So Nirvikalpa Samadhi and Nirvikalpa Jnana, they are different. So sometimes it's called Yoga Bhumika and sometimes it's called Jnana Bhumika. So based on, actually most of the explanation of the 7 stages of Yoga Bhumika or Jnana Bhumika is confusing because they mix up the yogic terminology and Vedantic terminology. So the way it stages, there are 7 stages of enlightenment, stages. Progressively, enlightenment unfolds in 7 stages. So the stage number 1 is called Shubhecha. Somebody seeks liberation, mukti. Okay. Somebody seeks liberation, mukti. Shubhecha means desire for auspiciousness. I want to get liberated. I want to become mukta is real shubhecha, real auspiciousness. Then what he does, that's called shubhecha is the first stage. Then he goes into Vichara stage. Self-enquiry. Who am I? So for that, he can do Shravana, Mana, Nidhyasa under the guidance of a master. Carry out into Brahma Vichara, nature of reality or nature of self, Atma Vichara. He'll continue. That's called Vichara stage, enquiry stage. Then becomes Tanumanasi. Tanumanasi means mind becomes very, very subtle. The buddhi, intellect becomes sharp and subtle. So that's called Tanumanasi. As long as we are engaged in the world, the mind is gross. As you start doing Vicharana, the mind becomes very subtle, very fine. How? You have learned how to do inquiry. Atma, Anatma, Nitya, Anitya. The inquiry makes the mind very subtle. Who is a doer? Who am I? Is world real? So all your concepts, earlier concepts will start dissolving. I had one sales vice president who attended my classes. I taught him this self-enquiry. Who am I? Who is the doer? The doership. So you understand, by lifting your hand, you understand who is lifting the hand. You don't know how much blood is flowing. You don't know how your nervous system is working. You don't know how heart is beating, how heart is pumping. There are a lot of things are happening. Everything is happening by itself. Then you say, I lifted my hand. Who is that I? Like that, we can inquire. Various Vedantic practices will inquire into the nature of reality. The more you inquire in nature of reality, the more sense of self starts dissolving. Wrong sense of self, wrong identity of the body. So when the sense of starts self dissolving, it's called Tanumanasi. This sales VP, he told me the difference in after attending the class. So every year they do have annual sales review. They have to project the management. I did this much sales. I brought this much customers. Okay. Salesmen are very good in projecting what they do. This said this year's sales review, I could not say I did this. Okay, he's not able to say I only did this. I said, this year so much of sales happened, so much of customers came, all in third person. Your sense of self will shift. The sense of self is cause of suffering. Tanumanasi means your already mind has been settled. Your wrong identity anatma will start coming down. What are the anatmas which I said? Anatma is non-self. We identify atma with the non-self. There are anatmas, non-self. We identify with non-self. Okay. What are the non-self? Relationships. My relationships, my precious relationships. So this is called mamakara. That starts coming down. Then my possession, my car, my bungalow, my house, right? Then my profession. Then my body and my mind. So these are the pancha anatmas, 5 anatmas. As Atma, Anatma, Vichara proceeds, the mind becomes so subtle, the ahankara called I am and mamakara called mine, they start becoming subtler and subtler. Other people will not be able to recognize. You will be able to recognize the difference. When somebody talks, you start noticing what is he identifying himself with. And you also start identifying what you are becoming aware of your mind. This is called Tanumanasi. Okay. So up to stage number 1, 2, 3, Shubhecha, Vicharana, Tanumanasi, he is called a seeker. He is seeking truth. Still, is Abhyasa has to do. What Abhyasa has to do? He has to do Nididhyasa Abhyasa. Nididhyasa Abhyasa, I told in an earlier class, Brahma Rupa Nididhyasa and Samadhi Rupa Nididhyasa. Samadhi Rupa Nididhyasa. So Brahma Rupa Nididhyasa is when you are interacting with the world, you have to remember I am Sakshi. Anything happening in the world doesn't disturb me, affect me. Any interaction, Brahma Rupa Nididhyasa. And when you do the work, you have to do Karma Yoga. Right? Actions are Karma Yoga. Anything happening in the world, I am Sakshi. So this is Brahma Rupa Nididhyasa. Samadhi Rupa Nididhyasa is you have to do 2 types of Samadhi. Antar Samadhi, Bahya Samadhi. So up to this stage, this is proceeding. Okay. So then he comes to the 4th stage. Tanumanasi to Sattvapati. Sattvapati means Sat means truth. Sattvapati means recognize the truth, realize the truth. What is realization of truth? The mind has become so subtle, discrimination has happened. The subject and object both are objects. See, earlier in my experience, there is an object. called the world. There's a subject called me. Me and the world. There are two. The Advaita is there, duality is there. So once you start inquiring, I'm Sakshi. So that means when I'm seeing Sakshi, the subject also becomes object. I am witnessing thoughts, feelings, emotions, sensations. Feelings, emotions, sensations come and go. The world appears and disappears. So I am not the subject. I am not the object. Now Pancha Anatmas have become all objects. What are the Pancha Anatmas said? Relations, possessions, profession, body, and mind. So out of these, it's easier to identify relations, possessions, and profession as Anatma. Because relations will come and go. Today is a friend, somebody's friend. Tomorrow somebody is not there. Possessions will come and go. Profession also will come and go. Right? So these three Anatmas are a little bit easier to identify and detach. So body as Anatma is slightly tougher. Mind as Anatma is slightly tougher. Anatma means not Atma, object. Right? So as your discrimination becomes deeper, the body and mind both become Anatma, objects. I'm not me. What I call as me becomes not me. What I call as mine, not mine. Mine is called Mamakara. Me is called Ahankara. The me is not me. Mine is not mine. Right? So that neti has happened. Nanu, nanembudu, nanalla, ideha, manabuddhi, nanalla, Sachidananda Atma, Shivananurani, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. The five Anatmas are not me. It's easier to start with first three Anatmas. Profession, possession, and relationships. And getting out of three Anatmas, possession, profession, and relationships, you can do with the understanding of life. You can get detached. But some people take formal sannyas also. Possession, profession. But the other two Anatma, I am the body and I am the mind, is slightly difficult to get rid of. Right? So now, all these Panchanatmas become not me. I become the Sakshi. I am choiceless awareness. Anything happening in the world, relationships comes, position comes, okay, profession comes and goes, body appears and disappears, body changes, mind changes. I am the Sakshi. Nitya, Anitya, changing and unchanging. I am unchanging Sakshi. So now what has happened now? Everything subject has become object. Me is the subject. Now me is no longer the subject. Me is the object. Tanumana. Now subject is the me and object is the world earlier. So subject also is object. Subject called me is nothing but body, mind, and intellect. They have become the object. Then what I become? I have become pure subject, unchanging reality. That's called Sakshi. I have not become, I am already. Right? Everything else is changing. Whatever changing, appear and disappear, it's okay. I'm fine with that. So that is called Sattvapati. Now, he is establishing truth. Okay. Where he has established? In Samadhi. He has entered in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. I told you Samadhi is three stages. Rupanvid, Shabdanvid, and Nirvikalpa. Rupanvid Savikalpa, Shabdanvid Savikalpa, Nirvikalpa. He has entered in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Nirvikalpa Samadhi is mind is merged with his self. Right? So what is the difference between Sattvapati and Tanumanasi? Tanumanasi to Sattvapati. What is the difference? In Tanumanasi stage, he is still practicing. He is Abhyasa. He is saying Atma, Anatma, but still the pure subjectivity is not there. The Sakshi is getting mixed up. I am pure Sakshi, pure subject, that clarity has not emerged. Even though you're trying it. In Tanumanasi, all subject becomes object. I can call, not Tanumanasi, it's Sattopati. I call it as pure, full, complete objectivity. Complete objectivity is called Sattopati. Complete objectivity is achieved. So you are very clear what is Atma, what is Anatma. Atma is Sakshi, Anatma is the Pancha Anatmas. Body, mind. Mind means thoughts. Body means sensation, experiences, that's relationships, positions. So they become Anatma, not me. Me has become not me. The total objective is achieved. So this stage is like called Paramhamsa. Hamsa is the word used for Jiva. All living beings who are living in ignorance. When you do breathe in, breathe out, Hamsa sound comes. Normally it's Hamsa. So then somebody realizes Aham Saha, I am that. Hamsa becomes Aham Saha. Who is that I am? The Sakshi, Atma, Aham Saha. I am that. So Hamsa and Paramhamsa example is, the Hamsa is a mythical bird, mythological bird, or bird, which will be able to separate water and milk, it seems. So the Paramahamsa is one who has separated Atma and Anatma completely, segregated. All what he calls as mine, me and mine, is object for him, not subject. Understand? So he has become Sakshi. Everything is object. Sakshi. Right? So out of Nididhyasa, 3 stages. First 2 stages are Rupan with Savikalpa, Shabdan with Savikalpa, third is Nirvikalpa. In Rupan with Savikalpa, he is having a thought called I am Sakshi. With I am Sakshi, he is making everything as an object. Then understand, I am Sakshi, also thought has to be dropped. How do you drop? Shabdan with Savikalpa. Asangoham, I am unattached. Then you understand the body, mind, and the world is appears and disappears, Mithya. So I am Satya. So I'm no longer Sakshi now, I'm Brahman only. Mithya world is not a dual. There's no Dvaita there. First, make the subject and object separate out. Sakshi and the world. Now Sakshi is there, world is there. Sakshi, world includes the body, mind, and everything. 5 Anatmas. Separate out. After separating out, realize that what is separate out has no independent existence. It's a Mithya, appearance and disappearance. So if Mithya means there's nothing called world, body, nothing called Anatma. Only Atma is there. Mithya is appearance, not real. So Atma is there. Then the Sakshi is Brahman only. Then you are entered in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. There's no 2. So one who has entered into Nirvikalpa Samadhi at this stage with a very clear Atma Anatma Viveka, Nitya Anitya Viveka, he is called Sattvapati. Such a person is qualified to be called as Paramahamsa. Is it clear up to this stage? So now, is it final? All right. What happens beyond this? So one who has entered into, one who has become Sattvapati is Jnanabhumika. He has realized his self. Understand? He is Jnanabhumika now. Now, can he stay in Samadhi all the time? No. He has to interact with the world. Right? Samadhi means almost like a sleep-like state. How long you can sleep? Sit? Half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. You can sit for a couple of hours. But after that, he has to interact with the world. Right? So when he interacts with the world, how does the world appear to him? Because for interacting with the world, you have to identify the body temporarily. You have made it anatma, but you have to identify the body temporarily. So for him, the world, living in the world is like living in a dream world. Swapna. Right? He will interact. It's like as if somebody has awakened from it, somebody has woke up in a dream. Dream is continuing. In the dream, he realized, oh, this is a dream. Nothing is real. The forest is dream, the tree is dream, everything is a dream. So a dream-like reality is what is there. So when you enter into samadhi, there's no world, there's no body, there's no mind, everything's Atma. Just like deep sleep, everything is Brahman. Samadhi is like deep sleep. Rupanu savikalpa, Shabdanu savikalpa, Nirvikalpa. Nirvikalpa is no other. It's like a sleep. That's Advaita. When you come back, the world and the body appear. But the appearance has no reality for him. It's like a movie. It's like a dream. So I call it as lucid dream. If you look at lucid dream is where while dreaming, you understand this is a dream. You may interact with the dream, not affected. It's like playing a video game. So he interacts with the world. Why does he interact with the world? Because why he has to come out of samadhi? Why you have to come out of deep sleep? Because our pressure of vasanas, pending vasanas, prarabdha karma will rise like a seed. They make our body appear and the world appear. Right? So that's why we come out of sleep. That's why he'll come out of samadhi also. No, there's a difference. We come out of this sleep because my prarabdha karma. Some vasanas have to be completed. Once you get the jnana, who am I very clearly? I am Sakshi, I am Brahman. In the stage 4. He is called Brahmavid, knower of Brahman. Okay? He is clear now. He is Jivan Mukta. Now Jivan Mukta, there are no stages. So the progressively how Jivan Mukta is getting affected in the waking state is the stages. How his behavior changes in the waking world is the stages. He himself, realization is over. There are no stages in Dana. Brahmavid, Brahmavidvara, Brahmavidvaranya, Brahmavidvarisha are the 4 next level stages. There's no difference in that. All of our know are Brahman. I am Sakshi, Sakshi is Brahman. That's very clear. But when you interact with the world, there's a difference because some of the previous memories, samskaras will come up. Right? So in the present moment, I am Brahman. But earlier samskaras can get triggered. Earlier vasanas can get triggered. I'm saying he has made them object, but when you are interacting and he has entered into samadhi. But when you wake up, the world appears. Something may come up, situation may come up, which triggers some latent vasanas and samskara. So he will continue his samadhi practices. While interacting with the world, he will continue to be Brahma Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasa. Nididhyasa is to address previous samskara and vasanas, which will come up. Listen carefully. He has got a jnana, clarity. Okay. And when he wakes up, he is interacting as if he's a dream world. There is a possibility that some of the samskaras can come up. He's not affected by them. But still, he will be continuing Brahma Abhyasa Nididhyasa and Samadhi Rupa Nididhyasa. He will continue. That's it is becoming natural, but that's natural it happens. What he was practicing earlier, Brahma Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasa and Samadhi Abhyasa Nididhyasa, will become very natural for him in day-to-day life. So the world appears, but it's like a dream. That's why it's called Brahmavid stage is like Swapnavastha. It's not your sleep state, not your dream state. It's given as an example as Swapnavastha because in dream, if you wake up, it's a lucid dream. Similarly, he lives in the world as a lucid dream. He will interact with everybody. Nobody knows he's a Jnani. He will be in society. He will interact. He will do all his duties. Now, why will he live in the society? Now, earlier it was for self-realization he was working. Atmano mokshatam jagaditaya was doing something. Atmano mokshat he was doing Shravana Mana Nididhyasa. Jagaditaya he was doing Karma Yoga. Now, Shravana Mana Nididhyasa, Jagaditaya has become natural for him. The Samadhi has become more natural while interacting with the world. Brahma Abhyasa Rupa and Nididhyasa has become very natural. It's like a fish in water. There's no effort involved. If there's effort involved, it's called ego. So up to the stage number 3, there's effort involved. I am doing. No, there's no doing. There's happening. When he interacts with the world, he's not getting affected at all. Because I am Sakshi. Understand? This is called, and his vasanas and samskaras for Loka Kalyana will continue. Earlier it was for self-realization. Now, Loka Vasana will drive him. He may take up the role of teaching, or he may do service, all for purpose of Loka Kalyana. So, Bandha Vasanas are gone. I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect, is gone. I am Shuddha Atma, I am Paramatma. That realization is there. I am Ishvara Swarupa is there. So, he starts functioning in the world with Ishvara Swarupa. Loka Kalyana. That's how he wakes up. Why he is coming out of Samadhi for Loka Kalyana. Less to do with the personal vasanas. But he has a prarabdha karma. The prarabdha karma is Loka Kalyana. People will come to him. He'll have to teach. He'll teach. Right? So that is called Swapna. It's like a dream. He lives in the world as if it is a dream. Okay. So from that, there's called Brahmavid. Then he will come to next 3 stages: Brahmavidvara, Brahmavidvarenya, Brahmavidvarishta. Okay. So Brahmavidvara means greater than Brahmavid, greater than knower of Brahman. Nothing great about it. What has happened is, when he is interacting with the world, okay, there's no dream-like reality also. In dreams, in Brahmavid stage, the world is appearing like a dream. In Brahmavidvara stage, but he is not giving a reality to the world. Brahmavidvara stage is like light sleep. In light sleep, it can go into dream or wake up. Dream, it can go into dream and come back. In light sleep, it can go back to dream and come back. That's like a light sleep. So Brahmavidvara, for him, the world doesn't appear. So now here we'll get confused. How the world doesn't appear? Usually he's not able to see, hear, touch. People are able to interact with him. How does the world doesn't appear? The world is nothing but a word. Word is nothing but word. Word is the thought. Understand? The world and the world, they are related. Every object in the world is a thought in the mind. Every thought in the mind is an object in the world. Thought is nothing but name and form recorded in memory. Right? So now, the thoughts do not appear involuntarily. The thoughts will reduce. The naming process starts coming down. In Brahmavid stage, he is able to see snake on a rope, and he knows it's not a snake. Snake is there, rope is there. Snake appearance is there, rope appearance is there. In Brahmavidvara stage, there's no snake, rope only, by and large. That means involuntarily, the thoughts naming process starts coming down. Involuntary naming process comes down. Naming process is involuntary for us. The moment I look at, oh, this flower. The moment I look at the fan, the object and the name, Nama Rupa, they are associated. Naming process starts coming down. Thoughts will come down. Involuntary naming is reducing. So Brahmavid stage, he is seeing the rope. Snake is appearing because of perception. Brahmavidvara stage, he sees rope only. There's no, not even a thought comes that this is a snake. But he's still a light sleep. Sometimes he can come back and say the snake is there. Like a mirage is there. Okay, mirage is there. Adnani starts running towards water. Oh, I want to drink water. Because mirage water is real for him. In Brahmavid stage, oh, this is not water is not there. It's only mirage, appearance. He knows that appearance is there. Brahmavidvara stage, there's no appearance. No appearance is no thought of appearance. The mind is reduced. Understand? There's no more thought of appearance. Right? So Brahmavid sees the mirage and knows it's a mirage. Adnani sees the mirage and thinks it's water. So Brahmavid sees the mirror and knows it's a mirror. A mirage. Brahmavidvara does not see the mirage. Means there's no thought triggering that it's water is there. thought is come down. He knows it's sand only. I'm speaking of when you interact with the world. Samadhi, there's nothing. Samadhi is like a deep sleep. Are you ready? But Brahmavidvara stage is light sleep. So it's called asama asakti. Asama asakti means no interest, no there's a detachment. Brahmavid stage, no more of Brahman. The world is mithya, unreal, like a dream. Don't confuse the stage of Brahmavid stage with the previous stage, is Tanumanasi. In Tanumanasi stage, he is actually, there's effort involved. The world is mithya. Now, world is mithya has become real, unreal in Brahmavid stage. It's like a dream. In Brahmavidvara, the dream is also not there. The dream is with mental thoughts. Thoughts have come down. No, involuntarily, there are no thoughts. See, for example, somebody calls you donkey. So donkey means immediately donkey image will come in you. You'll get hurt. Donkey image is something negative for you. You'll get hurt and you'll start getting angry. Reactions will come to you because image comes up. Donkey is a word, which is nama rupa, image will come up. And that image triggers some reactions in you. All right? This is the stage of Adnani. The word or the world starts the reaction within. Okay. So let's say somebody is in Brahmavid stage, somebody calls him donkey. Image of donkey will come. Mind. Thought will come. But he knows I'm not the thought. Mithya. Thoughts may appear, is ignoring the thought. The thought gets ignored. Brahmavidvara stage, somebody calls it donkey, doesn't make any sense. No image will come up because image is not donkey. Image also will come down. Thoughts will not rise. The rising of the thought is reduced. So it's called light sleep because he can still go back to dream-like situation and come back. Means snake may appear and disappear. Name and form may little bit trigger and disappear. Like thoughts are reducing but not fully gone. Of course, all thoughts are mithya. That is clear. Brahmavid Vara. So he'll continue to work in the world. It's called asamasakti, means non-attachment. Earlier also non-attachment is stage number 1, 2, 3, there's non-attachment. Right? Stage number 1, 2, 3, what? What you call as Shubhecha, Shubhecha, Vichara, Tanumanasi. Oh, this is not, objects are not. Object doesn't give happiness. Happiness in Atma. So he's trying to develop detachment. Okay. Understand? But now the detachment has become real. Earlier there was an effort to detach from the objects. Panchanatma. What are the Panchanatma? Relationships, friends, profession, possession, body and mind. There's an effort involved. Ego is involved. Why? Why is effort involved? Effort is involved because the world was real as object and me as a subject is real. There's a reality for the subject and object. Correct? After, at the Sattvapadi stage, the world is unreal, mithya, body is mithya. So now the detachment becomes easy. You don't have to get detached from the you don't. When something is real, then there's detachment is slightly difficult. This is real, right? My friend, my position, my reality. So now with Jnana, you're trying to say it's unreal. But still that sense of reality is there because subject is real. Subject and object both are real. When Brahma stage, subject and object being mithya. Now detachment becomes very natural, sahaja. Understand? Why? Anything which is unreal, why there's a struggle to get detached? So asamasakti becomes asamasakti, non-attachment. Detachment is natural now. No effort involved. No ego is involved. Right? Earlier, stage number 1, 2, 3, there's effort involved because you have to become free from possessions. Somebody takes a sannyasa, I have to leave out house, leave out family. There's hurt there because they're all real. Me is real. The world you're saying unreal. Pancharatma, out of Pancharatma, 3, family, possession, profession is unreal. But me is real. I want sannyasa. I want to get detached. Me is real. Right? Body and mind is real. There is a hurt there. When body and mind also has become mithya, appearance, I am Sakshi, then detachment becomes very simple. Asamasakti. Are you clear? There's no effort involved. It's natural. That doesn't mean that he'll run away from anything. He'll be fully, he can interact fully well, no effect. It's like as if like you are playing a video game. You know, it's a very well video game. You can play well without getting any affected because it's not it's a game. Earlier, the game was real, not a virtual. It's now it has become real, unreal. And he is asamasakti means sometimes some thoughts may come and go. Right? From Brahmavid to Brahmavidvara, difference is known. Brahmavid Varenya, in this stage, Padartha Abhavani. It is called deep sleep stage. It's like a deep sleep. It's like a deep sleep. Padartha Abhavani means objects are not there. Padartha means object. Abhavani means that's not there. Oh, do you mean to say that he is not able to see, he is not able to hear, he is not able to touch? Everything happens. Hearing, smelling, touching, body is intact. But in everything, I am Brahman. I am pure awareness. These are appearing and disappearing. There's no thought. The thought process has come down very drastically. Involuntary thought process. Unconscious thoughts. In Brahmavid stage, thoughts are appearing, he will discarding. The thoughts get discarded. Means no identification with thoughts. Progressively, thoughts will reduce. Brahmavidvara. Brahmavidvarishta, thoughts, unconsciously thoughts will not arise. Brahmavidvarenya, sorry. Thoughts will appear what is required for functioning in the moment. So our mind has something called working mind and thinking mind. Thinking mind is about past and future. Working mind is for present moment. What is required for present moment will appear and disappear. Are we clear? So Padartha Abhavani means there are no objects. The objects are mithya. Objects are not there. See, when you say there's an object, a thought has to arise in your mind. That's an object. Right? Let us take an example of somebody seeing a ghost. Somebody seeing a ghost. Oh, the fear will come in him. Oh, I'm seeing a ghost. The thoughts of ghost, tension will come up in. That's called Adnani. Brahmavid, first 3 stages. So Brahmavid, he examines the ghost and understands the tree. Ghost is appearing. Right? Because of dim light condition, ghost is appearing. So ghost is there, but there's no, it's only tree. Some discrimination triggers in. Brahmavidvara stage. Okay. So ghost is unreal. That's the Brahmavid stage. It's like a dream, projection. So Brahmavidvara, now the thought has become deeper now. There's no ghost. So there's only tree. But sometimes ghost may appear also. That means your sense organs may give a sense of ghost, but he knows it's a tree. By and large, he knows it's a tree. Brahma with Varenya, the ghost doesn't appear at all. Only tree appears all the time. So similarly, for Brahma with Varenya stage, a Jnani, when he interacts with her, he is interacting with Brahman only. Nama and Rupa is Mithya. Name and form is Mithya. Padartha Abhavani. Padartha means object. Object is meaning Nama and Rupa, name and form. Mithya. The ghost is not there. Tree is only there. What are you interacting? Right? Because vasana and samskaras which give the feeling that there's a tree or ghost will come down further. Brahma with Varishta, he is neither going and coming back. That means his mind is called no mind stage. The mind is mithya, unreal, okay, unnecessarily involuntary naming process is down, is gone. He is Brahman. For him, there's no coming and going. The mind appearing and disappearing is not there. So if you look at Brahma with Vara, Brahma with Varenya, Brahma with Varishta, Brahma with mind appears and disappears, means thoughts appear and disappear, but unreal. Brahma with Varenya, thoughts appear and disappear, less. Brahma with Vara and Varenya, thoughts will appear and disappear. Brahma with Vara, Varenya, thoughts will come down. Brahma with Varishta, there's no appearance, disappears. Mind is no mind. What is required is body will function to fulfill the prarabdha karma. Whatever is required to the body and mind will continue. But the mind doesn't appear and disappear. Not even a sense of appearance and appearance. Whatever I told, is it clear? So please understand like this. It's not that he has attained something. In any experience of life, right? The body and the world appears together. But we think that world was there and body appeared. We are making body as me and world. World was there and body appeared. Right? So when you wake up in the morning, what we don't realize, the body and the world appear together. But we separate body from the world and call this me, and that's not me. World is not me. And in the not me, I started doing mamakara, mine. Gradually, you start realizing body and the world appear together. There's an Atma. And then you start realizing mind also appear together. Thought, body, mind, and the world appear together and disappear together. That's an appearance only, not real. Then what is there in the background? Always Brahman, Atma. So this is actually gradually thoughts reduction. So in any perception, this is Tripudi. Subject, object, and experience. Right? Subject, object, experience is there. For Adnani, subject, object, experience, all are real. Okay? For Brahmavid stage, subject, object, experience, all are mithya. Only experience reality is awareness, Brahman. But that's in Samadhi. But when he wakes up, subject and object and experience will appear, but he doesn't identify them. He understands mithya. Gradually, when that appearance also comes down. Awareness only is the background all the time. Brahma Varishta, he lives in that awareness only. In all our experience, Tripudi is there. Subject, object, experience. If you look at very closely, the subject and object are appearing together. They are not separate. The experience connects the subject and object. So if you consider experience will appear in consciousness and disappear in consciousness. But really, only one reality is their background all the time, awareness. Awareness or knowing is the only experience which is real experience. Everything else is mithya. So Brahma Varishta, he doesn't go and come back in any stage. Thoughts appear and disappear. He is always in awareness, lives in awareness. Waking state, dream state, deep sleep state appear and disappear, but he is not at all affected by any of this. So now he is called Turiyaga or Turiyatita or Brahmavidvarishta. Why? So 3 stages, waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. For Adnani, they are real. For Jnani, they are unreal, appear and disappear. And when it appears, he can identify and function. Whereas in Turiya Yoga, of course, there's no, in a dreamlike situation. In Turiya Theta, there's no coming and going. There's only Brahman all the time. Now, Turiya means beyond the waking state, beyond waking, dreaming, and deep sleep state is Atma. So as long as going and coming concept is there, that means as long as going into Samadhi and coming out concept is there, is called Samadhi Abhyasa. Now when this no going and no coming, I am always in Samadhi, this is called Turiyatita. Then eyes open, eyes closed, does not matter. He experiences, he is Brahman only. There's no duality in whatever way. So Tripudi of subject, object, and experience has collapsed. Only awareness all the time. Any questions now? Yes, you're asking some question. Gayatri? Shravan Kumar, any questions?
Hari Om, Prabhuji.
Hari Om.
So, Prabhuji, this explanation is really very good from beginning to the end. And from a process point of view, what's happening from an awareness point of view, this looks clear. But in practice, between in the stages of nididhyasa, as you said, there's a struggle by the ego to unidentify itself from the pancha anatmas.
Correct.
And somewhere there is also this struggle to identify with pure awareness.
Correct.
Now this identification with the pure awareness, as long as it sustains itself, can we call that state as samadhi?
See, here you are bringing the word called identification with pure awareness. Okay, as long as the word called identification with pure awareness, there is still a struggle only. There is somebody who identifies it.
Correct.
There's no identifier also. There's no identification also. I am already Brahman. Where is the identification?
Yes. So how does that happen?
That sense of what you call as I am, right, is a thought. Correct?
Yes.
So our problem is we identify the I am thought. Atma is identified the I am thought.
Yes.
And then I am thought is an object. Appearing and disappearing. Real I is not a thought, is a witness. So you have to stop. The Atma-jnana is not a progressive step of identification as Atma.
Or disidentification. It's not even disidentification or identification.
Disidentification, yes. All disidentification is done. Neti, neti, neti. Then what remains is Atma. That's not identification. It's a recognition.
I understand that, but the I remains.
What I remains? Which I remains?
The see the Shabdanuvid and the Rupanuvid. They, as you said, there's a struggle. That struggle continues, and when I does not appear, or it, let's say I don't know, I may be sleeping, or I don't know how the time passed. Do I say that is samadhi? Then it is yogic samadhi. We cannot call it jnana samadhi, right? So how?
What is the question?
So the question is, I asked you this before. How do I know that from Shabdanuvid to Nirvikalpa is happening? Or do I have to know, or I don't know?
As long as you have to know, still you are operating the mind level. How do I know? Question will come in the mind level only.
Correct.
Once you have transcended the mind, this question itself doesn't arise. There's no question, there's no doubt at all. I am awareness.
Okay. So there is one method, I don't know whether this is that when there is a thought that is arising, or the mind is arising in the four, or the word is arising in four steps of para, pashyanti, madhyami, vaikari, and going the reverse path is one step of identification of not identifying with the word. So is there something for the ego like that in this process?
The ego, so para, pashanti, madhyami, vaikari are four levels of speech. Para means unmanifest, maya. Pashyanti is idea. Madhyami is movement in the breath and body. Vaikari is speech. So this para, pashanti, madhyami, vaikari is typically used in the way to go back in terms of mantra japa yoga.
Yes.
So you can go
to attain mauna, or through mantra japa.
So, similarly, is there something like that available for
ego in
Yes, it is available. We have 70,000 thoughts every day. If you inquire for whom the thought is coming, the thoughts are always related to identity. So 70,000 thoughts are related to few identities you have. Maybe husband identity, maybe wife identity, maybe mother identity, maybe officer identity. Identities are very few. Identity means body identity, mind identity, intellect identity. Right? From now, who am I? First level, you go into identity. From thoughts, you go into identity. Now, number of thoughts are less.
Yes.
So from identity, who am I? Am I the identity? So I'll come to I thought. I thought is the basis for all identities and all thoughts, other thoughts. So from many thoughts, I have come to one thought. Who am I? I thought. So now I thought is appearing and disappearing, but I really exist, which doesn't appear and disappear. I am the background of I thought and coming, going and coming. I thought is mithya, appearing and disappearing. That I thought is the ego. Ego appears in the morning and disappears in the night, sleep. Even morning time, ego is not always there. It appears sometimes and disappears. But my existence doesn't appear and disappear. So that's why I am the existence, pure existence. I am the pure witness. So like that, from many thoughts to few identities. Who am I? One thought, ego, and then no thought. I'm not a thought. I don't appear and disappear. I am always there. Was there a point of time you didn't exist?
No. From a knowledge point of view, this is fine. See that I only exist, and there's no time I is not existing is clear. But when I am is identified as the ego. Now this ego has the mind, and we understand the thoughts and know, okay, this is the mind. We understand the feelings, we understand the struggle of the thing to know awareness, and we know that, okay, I am still there. Now from here, how does this ego itself is dropped? How does it go, and how samadhi occurs?
Ego is not there, Shravan. Where it is to go? It's mithya, appearance, unreal. What appears as unreal is not there.
That's right. But I use that as a tool until now. Now, how to drop that tool?
You can use it perfectly. Nani also can use ego as a tool, no problem. But to say the tool is real is a problem. Tool is me is a problem.
So you're saying I don't have to drop the tool?
Why should you drop the tool? It's useful, no? I mean, Gnani means he doesn't have to drop the body. He doesn't have to drop the mind. He can use it for a functional purpose.
No, I'm not saying while working. I'm saying to attain, to know for sure that there is, the nididhyasa is fructifying. How do I know?
In nididhyasa, see, if I thought cannot bother you, see, it's not the I thought will become Brahman. The I thought is Mithya Anatma. It is appearing and disappearing. One who is seer of I thought is Satya. So that thought will actually, this is another thought. I am Sakshi. I am Sakshi thoughts will reduce all other thoughts. The Sakshi, everything is Mithya thought will reduce all other thoughts, including Sakshi thought. Okay, finally, I am Brahman. Thoughts will gradually, progressively silence. No, mind will become silent still, no. See, your effort is, I have to become Brahman. I cannot become Brahman. I'm already Brahman. Everything is appearing and disappearing. Mithya. So for Mithya, I don't have to do anything to remove it. As long as I understand Mithya, and as long as I am aware that I am aware, so these things, Mithya things can appear and disappear. Nothing, it doesn't bother me. So then what happens? Gradually they'll come down by itself. Any effort to remove a snake from the rope is a counterintuitive, counterproductive. You see a snake on the rope. I want to remove the snake. Why? You cannot. Can you remove the appearance from the mirage?
No, you remove means negate. Yeah. So we can negate intellectually, right?
Intellect only, finally. Intellect only is used for negation. Intellect is very good in negation.
Yes.
See, does Atma have to realize anything? The Atma plus intellect combination, Jivatma, was confused entity. Now, Jivatma with clarity has realized I am Atma. So then what happened? The Jivatma will again will not go into the negative thought process that I am the body. A wrong thought will replace the right thought. Finally, right thought and wrong thought disappear. In Turiyaga stage, I am Brahman thought also is not there. Existence. In Turyatita, there's no effort in what I am Brahman, I am Sakshi, nothing is there. It's just that he is pure awareness, like a child.
So in Brahmavid, there is still some effort. That's what you're saying.
I mean, what I would say is that effort is, I would say, it's like this Brahmavid stage. The world is mithya. The thoughts are appearing, involuntary thoughts are appearing, but he doesn't give reality to thoughts. That means
So he is aware intellectually, or he is also aware by any other means? Does he know through buddhi, or does he know through only pure Atma?
No, see, the pure Atma is just a witness, no. The Atma
Yes.
plus buddhi work, buddhi starts, progressive work starts working. See, earlier in Adnani stage, buddhi was completely driven by ego, identity. So as your Jnana sets in, buddhi is completely working under the influence of Sakshi. The reactions will come down. Involuntary thoughts will come down. See, what is switching, what is happening to Adnani? This is the ego, this is the buddhi. In Adnani, ego drives the buddhi. Okay, gradually as you are establishing samadhi, Sakshi drives the ego. Sakshi drives the Atma. The influence of ego, identity, all those things will start coming down. So buddhi is the servant. Earlier it was working under the master called ego. So now it starts working under the master of Sakshi. What is the nature of Sakshi?
So the precisely this, how the push of the ego of the buddhi comes down, and how the push of the Atma goes up. Is there a method of?
There's no method. This is Jnana only, discrimination only. The discrimination happens in buddhi.
So this discrimination is not just in nididhyasa, but every outside also.
It's a shravana. In listening, you have to do nididhyasa. And it has to be nididhyasa has to happen anytime. It can be anytime. Brahma abhyasa, nididhyasa, anytime. waking state, dream state, when you're interacting with the world, the discrimination has to happen. No? Atma, not Viveka. Nididhyasa is doing that sitting silently so that no other interference is coming. Otherwise, it can be done anytime. So that's why Ramana Maharshi says, okay, all that you require is inquire, who am I? Wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Okay, I'll put it this way. Okay. Are you people listening or doing something? You're distracting. See, any activity in life, Shravan, if you do one activity, you cannot do other activity. So, for example, if you're drinking, you cannot eat. Okay. If you are singing, you cannot talk. Activities are exclusive. One other exclusive activities exclude one other activity, excludes other activity. Right? Because mind can do one thing at a time. So when people say I have to do multitasking, actually they're not doing many things parallelly. They'll do one task, give a gap, go to other task. Mind can do only one thing at a time.
Yes.
Correct, no?
Yes.
Activity is one activity is possible at any point of time.
Yes.
But every activity requires awareness.
Correct.
So awareness plus eating, awareness plus drinking, awareness plus sleeping is possible because awareness is not an activity. Knowing is not an activity.
Yes.
So the entire spiritual journey is to live in awareness. In any activity, bring awareness. Be aware, I am aware.
Right. But the mind interferes and takes off the awareness to something else.
That's where discrimination has to come. Who am I?
Yes. And for that only the practice is happening.
That's
right?
only practice is required. If that practice is not there, you are already Brahman.
Okay.
So basically, living in awareness is what is Jnana Marga. Moment to moment, live in awareness. Awareness in action, awareness in doing, awareness in samadhi is Jnana Marga. Awareness doesn't require practice. You have to be aware that I am aware. It's not a practice. Awareness can be combined with anything.
Okay. Even in deep sleep?
Deep sleep, you are aware, no? Deep sleep, you are aware that there's nothing, no? Absence of any object is no, you are aware, no?
Okay. But then that's a negation awareness, right?
Not negation awareness.
So
absence of presence of something, absence of something, both are awareness only.
Yes, but is one method of knowing the nirvikalpa is to be in the sleep-like state, or to not to be aware of anything like sleep-like state. This is one of the teachings given. Is it right or wrong?
See, nirvikalpa, let me put it this way. Nirvikalpa is sleep only. Nirvikalpa is not different from sleep. Okay, but nirvikalpa samadhi and sleep slightly different. Samadhi, sleep, we cannot sleep anytime, right? Sleep will happen to us. So nirvikalpa samadhi, with proper discrimination, thoughts will come down and I enter into sleep-like state. State is sleep-like in both the cases. But when you enter in nirvikalpa samadhi, I have entered with a clear understanding, I am Brahman, I am Atma. So the mind is at the deepest level transformed in sleep. See, what happened in the sleep, the mind has gone to dormant condition. Your Adnana in the waking state has gone to Adnana in the sleep, dormant Adnana in sleep. Right? For Adnani, Jnana, Vivek and Vairagya, Jnana has happened in the waking state. So, a dormant condition, Jnana is there.
Okay.
Right? Sleep is a sleep-like state only. But whether in the sleep-like state, before entering sleep-like state, was there a Jnana or not? Okay. So, Adnani sleeps with the idea that I am the body and mind, and wakes up with I am the body and mind. So Jnani sleeps with the clear understanding I am Brahman, and wakes up with the idea I am the Brahman. Adnani sleeps with the idea that I am the body and mind, and when he wakes up with the idea I am the body and mind to take care of his prarabdha karma. So Jnani also sleeps with I am Brahman, okay, and he wakes up to take care of his prarabdha karma for loka kalyana. Are we clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So there are some questions on WhatsApp. What is on chat? So what is the question? Question is Katyayani. The question. What is the question? Can Turiyaga work in society? Is it a question?
Yes, Guruji.
You give the example of Jnanabhumika was not transacting with the world, while Ramana was very well transacting with the world. Both are Brahma Vrishta. What is Sahaja Samadhi in this context? What about Krishna? To which category he belongs? See, this actually Brahmavid, Brahmavidvara, Brahmavidvarena, Brahmavidvarishta. Okay, is given, the distinction is given from the point of view of Adnani. Adnani, how to describe Jnani is given in 4 stages: Brahmavid, Brahmavidvara, Brahmavidvarena, Brahmavidvarishta. So from Adnani point of view, from Jnani point of view, Jnana is same for all the stages. Brahmavid, Brahmavidvara, Brahmavidvarena, Brahmavidvarishta. Jnana is same. I am Brahman. But their behavior in the society changes depending on your prarabdha karma. Okay? Depending the behavior changes. It's not there's no doer. There's no doer after Brahmavid stage. Even then, there's now also Adnani also there's no doer. For Brahmavid, Brahmavidvara, Brahmavidvarena, there's no doer. So there's no sense of doership. But prarabdha karma is different. For Sri Krishna, I won't even say prarabdha karma. He is avatara. So he is doing everything in the society to establish dharma. No sense of doership. That's why Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Chatur Varane Maya Srishtyam. I have created 4, but I have no doership. I have created the entire universe, but I have no doership. So Krishna is working without a doership in the world for dharma. Ramana Maharshi was interacting with society for prarabdha. We'll say here prarabdha karma is loka kalyana, whether Krishna or Ramana Maharshi. Ramana Maharshi is prarabdha karma for loka kalyana. Krishna is the establishment of dharma. I want to call prarabdha karma for Krishna. So prarabdha karma will bring more people. Jnani will respond to the people. There's a sense of no doership. He can interact, he can talk, because there are 2 parts of the mind: working mind, thinking mind. Thinking mind, which projects past and future, is gone. Only working mind is there to interact perfectly. It will happen through that body mind complex. So Jnanabhumika was not interacting with society because his no prarabdha karma was pending to interact with society. Not because he didn't want to interact. So Brahmavid, Brahmavidvara, Brahmavidvarena, Varishta, they are not doing it intentionally. There's no ego to say, I will do some work, I don't do work. It's a prarabdha karma which drives. Is that answer clear, Katyayani?
Yes, Guruji. So in Brahmavrishta also, they are different.
Who is different?
So you were saying that in Brahmavrishta, when the Brahmavid to Brahmavrishta, the prarabdha karma goes on decreasing, and in Brahmavrishta, the prarabdha will not be there.
Prarabdha karma is what brings experiences to the body mind complex.
Yes.
Okay. So in case of Adnani, prarabdha karma of papa and punya comes and creates a trouble for him. In case of Jnani, also papa and punya can come and give appearance of labha and nashta or pain or disease to the Jnani's body. Same prarabdha karma will also bring some more people for teaching purpose to him. In case of Jnanabhumika, the prarabdha karma was not there for teaching and nothing else. So he was getting food. Not that he wanted to do it.
So when we say he is Brahmavrishta, he need not be like Jnanabhumika. He can also be working without the other mind, that is thinking mind, without the thinking mind.
please understand.
working.
What happens is that when yoga terminology is confused with Jnana terminology, will be very confusing. So yoga terminology, people say he is always in samadhi. That means he is closing his eyes and not doing anything. In Jnana, we say he can do everything with non-doership. That's Sahaja Samadhi. But then whether everything will happen or not depends on Prarabdha Karma. So
Yes,
we
Guruji.
can say Vyasa Maharshi. Vyasa Maharshi is he has done all the way the Vyasa what Upanishad this thing, everything has done. So much of work he has done. So we don't say so he's not Brahma Varishta. He is Brahma Varishta is somebody who is just sitting idle somewhere. No. Brahma Varishta, but Vyasa Maharshi's Prarabdha Karma or Loka Kalyana activity is doing all those things. Jada Bharata, there's no residual Prarabdha Karma. So distinction is in Prarabdha Karma. This for only for explanation for the people from the point of view of people of the world. From Gnani point of view, there's no every Gnani, all Gnani, whether Brahma with Vidvara, Brahma with Varena, Varishta, knows I am Brahman.
Next time point.
Yes, that is clear, Guruji.
Jnanabhumika and Krishna can both be called as avatara?
We cannot call. Because Jada, see, with Jada Bharata and Krishna can be called as avatara. No. Jada Bharata, we know 3 lifetimes. First lifetime he was a Bharata Chakravarti, second lifetime he was a deer, and third lifetime he was a born as a Gnani. So now the distinction between the Gnani and Avatara Purusha is typically Avatara Purusha is the supreme reality Paramatma taking the body. Huh? The Avatara Purusha does not come with the baggage of Prarabdha Karma. And Avatara Purusha, depending on his what I call as depending on his activity, intended dharma, he may have various powers manifest in his life for doing certain activity. Right? In case of major avatars like Krishna, not only Avatara Purusha comes, along with him, Devatas, all those people whose Prarabdha Karma is still there, who have still karma, they take birth. Like Krishna's time, Arjuna, Bhima, all those Devatas took birth to serve the Avatara Purusha. They have their own karma, no? That's why they are Devatas, no? They are enjoying their karma, no? So they have their karma, but Avatara Purusha himself has no karma, either no doership. He is purely acting for Loka Kalyana. Whereas a Gnani has a Prarabdha Karma. Okay. Avatara Purusha has no Prarabdha Karma.
You know, the distinction you have to bring is Jnanabhumika may have had some Prarabdha.
Jnanabhumika had Prarabdha Karma. Jnanabhumika had Prarabdha Karma, but he didn't have Prarabdha Karma of teaching. He didn't have Prarabdha Karma of people coming and listening. But his Prarabdha Karma brought him to a king, okay, who he was, a king was going in a forest. He was sitting in a palanquin. Okay, one of the person who is carrying the palanquin got hurt. So then they saw Jnanabhumika and called him to carry the palanquin. Jnanabhumika was carrying the palanquin but moving this way, that way. King was very angry. Jnanabhumika was trying to avoid killing the ants. So king was very angry. Then he kicked him. Then Jnanabhumika explains Jnana to him, gives Jnana to him. Right? So that Jnana coming into contact with him is because of Prarabdha Karma. Any other question? Is your question, your answer, question clear, Gatini?
Yes, Guruji.
Okay. So you have any questions?
Would we call Atma avatara?
Yeah. Amrita means avatar. Okay. Do you have any questions? Nirvikalpa. No. No, don't call it as Dharma. See, yeah. See, I am practicing, there's ego involved. Okay. Rupanui Shabdani, there's ego involved. Abhyasa. Nididhyasa is just Nirvikalpa is just happening. Like sleep. You cannot say, I am trying to sleep. The sleep is a result of. So Shravan Kumar, your question is, okay, how do I get established, right? So we can never say, I will try to sleep. The sleep happens. Similarly, Shravana, Manana, Nidhyasa has happened properly.
Hmm.
Shravana, Manasa, in that Nidhyasa, what you call as first two stages. Rupan with Shabdana happened. You go into Nirvikalpa naturally. Nirvikalpa happens. Nirvikalpa is not a doing. The doorship is dropped there. Is
Okay, Prabhu. Yeah, clear.
Right? I am practicing samadhi is possible only up to two stages. Rupa, Shabdanvid. After that, Nirvikalpa happens. Sahaja samadhi happens. Brahma Vidvara, Brahma Vidvarenya, Brahma Vidvarishta, their life is a happening. There's no doing, there's no doership there. Based on prarabdha karma, life circumstances will come to them. Not necessarily good. Sometimes very negative, or sometimes it can cause them suffering also. Or suffering can also come. Fame and fame can come.
Understood, Prabhuji.
So now Jnanabhumika, Ramana Maharshi, Krishna, all are Brahma Varishta. But Krishna is like, you can't say, I mean, so it's not about external living, it's about internal. It's not about loss and access.
No.
Not able to hear, Guruji.
Now, question here is a distinction between the Jnanabhumika, Krishna, and Ramana Maharshi. Okay. So, in these three cases, see, we are saying Krishna, Ramana Maharshi, and Jnanabhumika with respect to their body.
So, these four people, are you talking about when you're four things, external behavior or internal?
See, internal behavior nobody can see, no? Internal behavior nobody can see. External behavior of a Jnani is explained in terms of Brahmavid, Brahmavidvara, Brahmavidvarene, Brahmavidvarishta.
Brahmavarishta can be actively participating, Brahmavarishta can be sitting in solitude.
Correct.
So
right?
You...
I'm saying, see, please understand this word's terminologies. We should not. I'm saying the way when we use the words, it can confuse.
Yeah, actually.
So there's no confusion. Please understand. Brahmavid, Brahmavidvara, Brahmavidvarenya, Brahmavidvarishta. We can only refer somebody from a body point of view, action point of view. Okay. So in yoga, they'll say. No, listen carefully. Listen carefully. So people, you can only use to indicate word through words. Okay. Brahmavarishta is not doing any activity for his sustenance, body-mind complex. He lives in a state of ajagara vritti. Ajagara vritti means like a python. So python is lying idle. So animal comes into the mouth, it will eat. If animal doesn't come to the mouth, he doesn't eat. That's called ajagarvati. So then we'll start getting a concept that Brahma Varishta is somebody who is sitting somewhere, not doing anything. Somebody comes and feeds into mouth, he'll eat. Doesn't feed into mouth, he'll not eat. That means he has become completely like vegetable, like non-moving. That's okay. That's one way of doing it. He is not doing anything. There's nothing, no action is happening through body-mind complex. But in the extreme case, through that body-mind complex, completely action is happening, but there's no doership. And he appears to be eating also, but he is not eating. So please understand, I'm trying to say. I'm saying for people, they cannot understand these distinctions. So they say somebody is sitting idle like this, not doing anything. Food is coming and falling mouth. They say called Brahmavarishta. But somebody is fully active in the world, okay, with complete non-doership, and food is coming to him. He knows the food is coming to him because of prarabdha karma, and he is living. His internal understanding is very same as a person is idle. Right? Body is functioning. I'm not doing anything. It's about internal understanding from that. It's internal understanding from Nani point of view. But for people point of view, they look at the body as Nani. So people, world point of view, they call somebody who's sitting idle as Brahmavarishta, and somebody is not, somebody who's acting, they're not Brahmavarishta. But so the definition of Brahmavidvara, Brahmavidvara coming from the people point of view. Internal understanding, I'm trying to explain to you what is the difference. Brahmavid case, he sees the mirage and he knows his mirage. Brahmavidvara, he sees the mirage, he doesn't see the mirage. Brahmavidvarenya, Varenya and Varishta, Varenya, there's no seeing of mirage at all. Brahmavidvarishta. Brahmavidvara, he sees the mirage and he says, he understands the mirage. Brahmavidvara. Internal, I am speaking of internal condition. So Brahmavid, internal condition, he lives in the world as if it's a dream. He sees the dream, but it's not real. Right? From next level stages, Varenya, Varishta, Brahmavidvara, Brahmavid stage, he knows, he sees the world is a dream, lucid dream.
So he sees the mirage.
He sees the mirage, it's dream. So in case of Brahmavidvara, okay, he is seeing the mirage will start coming down. That means thoughts will come down, reduce.
In his sense organs are seeing, but
Sense organs are seeing, thoughts are reducing. Varenya thoughts are minimum. There is no thoughts. It's like almost like a what you call as silent sitting. Brahma with Varishta is the mind is not there, no mind, no unconscious thoughts at all. See, appearance and yeah, I'm trying to explain from the people point of view in terms of their working. From Jnani point of view, what's happening internally. Right? For people who don't understand what is happening inside the Jnani, somebody is fully active in the world, they think that he's maybe lesser stage, or he may be Adnani also. From people point of view, they can see only body functioning. No? From Jnani point of view, I'm not a doer. So he can do a lot of things, still being a non-doer. Now, Amritanmayi is able to do so many things. There's no doership. So then, no, she's not a Brahmavarishta. Somebody sitting in a cave is a Brahmavarishta. Then it will be there's a people point of view, but it's not really internal condition.
The four, there is no mind because they're not identified.
No. All the four, there's no mind is not true. Okay, mind appears and disappears, but reality is not given to the mind. And the mind appearing and disappearing starts coming down, reducing. In the Brahmavarishta state, there's no mind coming, mind appearing and disappearing. See, mind appears and disappears for all. For Adnani, mind appears and you identify the mind. For Jnani, his identity of the mind is starts dropping from Brahmavid, what do you call it? He doesn't identify the mind as Brahmavid. Brahmavidvara and Varenya, the mind is, their thoughts are less. Brahmavidvarishta, mind is no mind. So actually, there's no identity of the mind at all. Even if, see, it is irrelevant whether the mind appears or not. The question is whether you identify the mind or not. Right? Mind appearing and disappearing, it doesn't matter. Or is there a slight identity of the mind is the question. Are we clear? See, we think that mind should not no mind means mind is it will be like a blank. No, mind can appear and disappear. It's mithya, right? But no reality is given to the thought. I thought no reality is there to identify the mind. That is more important.
This is the case with Brahmavidvara from that stage itself.
Yeah. Progressively, as we live in that, thoughts will start coming down also. Any questions? What is the question? See, what is the difference between Ishwaratva and Ishwara Sakshi? So, Jiva Sakshi means I am witnessing thoughts of the body, mind of this individual. Right? This Jiva Sakshi, because I have sense of Jivahood. I am able to see and experience thoughts in my mind. I am not able to see and experience thoughts in your mind. I'm not able to experience the thoughts and the body or pain in you. I am the witness, but of this body-mind complex. This is called Jiva Sakshi. Ishvara Sakshi means Ishvara is the witness of all the body-mind complexes. So there's no particular knowledge of any body-mind complexes. I am the illuminator, I am Sakshi, I am the witness of all the body-mind complexes. Some Jiva Sakshi, I have become Ishvara Sakshi. So because Sakshi, I am still identifying with the body and mind. Jiva Sakshi. When I understand Sakshi is not a body, not related to body and mind, Sakshi is light illuminating. I am the Jyoti, which illuminates all the body and mind. I become Ishvara Sakshi. There's no particular knowledge there. Okay, I am the light illuminating your thoughts. I am the light illuminating your thoughts. So that's called Ishvara Sakshi. Jiva Sakshi is still a sense of I am the Sakshi, but I am looking at this body. Ishvara Sakshi, I am not looking at any body. I am illuminating all the bodies. Is that distinction clear? Now, Ishwaratva is a question. The Ishvara is all powerful, almighty, right? He is almighty, all knowing, right? What you call as almighty, all knowing, omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent is Ishvara. Okay. So now, Ishvara is in operating through all the bodies in that sense. So a particular individual, let's say Sri Krishna, many powers manifest through Sri Krishna. Okay. So some of these powers can manifest because the body is designed for manifestation of power. Ishvara only is operating through all the bodies. Ishvara is only functioning through all the bodies. But through some body, the power of Ishvara can manifest in more and more way. So there we say Ishvaratva is manifesting. A teaching ability manifests through some bodies. It's called Gurutva is manifesting. Ishvaratva is manifesting through some bodies. More and more. It's the ultimately, even whatever is there, human body will have limitation. Ishvaratva cannot manifest fully. A part or larger part of Ishvaratva can manifest through body depending on the purity of the body. Yeah, even for Avatar Purusha. Right? Question is how much power can manifest depending on the vehicle, instrument. Avatar Purusha's body is supposed to be very pure. Okay. So more power can manifest. It's like glass, more light can pass through glass and less light can pass through a transparent, opaque. Most of the living beings are more of Rajoguna, Tamoguna and less of Sattoguna. So it is said that Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was able to manifest so many types of sadhana. There are scholars at that time, they came out and said he has the, what you call it, so many gunas, kalas. The percentage of kalas in that, percent of that, so what you call sattva guna or something, is highest in any of, very high in Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. They came to that. That means ability to manifest the divinity, reflect the divinity is more in that body. Ultimately, the body, through body, divinity gets reflected. Now, the purer is the reflection, purer is the manifestation. Okay. So in Avatar Purusha, more reflection happens. In other people, Adnani, less. But ultimately, light is same. Reflection quality can vary. A sun can get reflected more in mirror, less in stone, less in water. So similarly, through Avatar Purusha or Sadguru, more qualities of Ishvara can manifest. If Ishvara qualities more are manifested, it's called Ishvara twice manifested. Okay, now again, I want to make a distinction between what is people understanding and Jnani's understanding. Ishvaratva, people see, oh, he has so many power, he has a Vaksiddhi, and whatever he blesses, it will happen. That's called people saying through the body-mind complex. So always people's reference is with respect to body-mind complex. Manifestation of power. Right? But, so Jnani's viewpoint is very different. Brahmavid, Brahmavidvara, Brahmavidvarenya, Brahmavidvarishta, no, all of them, they know I am Ishvara. The real I is Ishvara. Right? All of them know. Brahmavid stage itself, he knows Tattvamasi means you are Ishvara. Tat Tvam Asi, you are Ishvara. Tvam means Jiva, Tvam means Sakshi. Tat means Brahman, which is Ishvara. You are Ishvara. So all Jnanis know that I am Ishvara. Okay. But Ishvaratva for the world, will it manifest through body-mind complex? That depends on the prarabdha karma and the purity of the body. So every Jnani knows I am Ishvara. See, the Ishvara, you have to understand, Ishvara has a upadhi, conditioning. Sarvadnatva or omniscience, all powerful, omnipotent, present everywhere, omnipresence. These are the upadhis or conditioning of Ishvara. Whereas Jiva upadhi is I am the body, I am the mind, is the Jiva upadhi. A Jnani is one who has removed one who said Jiva upadhi as Mithya, Ishvara upadhi as Mithya, then I am Ishvara as Brahman. The inner reality of Ishvara and Jiva is same. That he has realized. That way I am Ishvara in reality. For a Jnani. Upadhi is Mithya. Ishvara is not Mithya. Upadhi, conditioning. Omnipresence, omnipotent, omniscient. This is called Upadhi. Ishvara is Brahman only. Jiva is Brahman, Ishvara is not. Ishvara, how it can be? We are taking different topic. See, Ishvara has a Upadhi, conditioning. Upadhis are Mithya. Ishvara is Brahman. If you say I am Brahman, Ishvara is also Brahman. When I say I am Brahman, my Upadhi of body, mind, and intellect is removed. Upadhis are Mithya. Ishvara has Upadhi. Omnipresent, omniscient, omnipresence. That Upadhi you consider as Mithya. Ishvara is Brahman. So as Brahman, I am saying that in the sense I am Ishvara. Okay. So don't say Ishvara as Mithya. Ishvara Upadhi you condition as Mithya. Upadhi. Then what means everything is Brahman, then Ishvara, how it can be Mithya? Jagat is Mithya as Upadhi. Jagat is Satya as Brahman. You are Mithya as body, Upadhi. You are Mithya, you are Satya as Brahman. Everything in the world is Brahman. So, all Jnanis know very well that I am Ishvara, but they will not say it. Okay. For the world purpose, they'll say, Allah Bhagavantan Icha, everything God is doing it. Which is Atma is Brahman, Ishvara. Now, whether Ishvara's qualities, Upadhis will manifest through Jnani, we cannot say. That all depends on the prarabdha karma, that all depends on the purity of the body-mind complex. That includes Sadgurutva or Ishvaratva. Okay. So now, Jnani is Ishvara. Why? Because if I am awareness, I am omnipresent. I am present in all the beings. I am existence. I am everywhere. All functioning in all the bodies in the world is because of my power. That way I am Ishvara. But with this body, this particular body of the individual who has get ended Jnana, will it manifest some powers? Depends on the limitation. So Jnani, deep inside he knows Ishvara. Atma is Brahman only. He knows. But for the world, he may say it's God who is doing through this. And in some Jnanis, like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa or some Avatar process, some more powers can manifest. That's because of their either prarabdha karma or avataraka uddesha. Is it clear?
Yes,
What?
Guruji.
What is the question? Huh? Yes, Katini, is it clear? Ishvara, Ishvaratva?
Yes, Guruji. Very clear.
When it said Tattvam Asi, you are Ishvara. Okay? Remove your upadhi called I am the body, I am the mind, I am intellect. And remove the upadhi called omnipresence, omnipresent. Then both are Brahman. So that way, Tvam and Ishvara are same. You are Ishvara in that sense. But upadhis of Ishvara can manifest through some body-mind complex. That we call, from the world point of view, that's called Ishvaratva is manifested. Same Ishvara operates through all body-mind complexes, depending on their ability. Same electricity goes to bulb, fan, or motor. The functioning is different. Similarly, through some body-mind complex, which are more pure, or because prarabdha karma or avatara, more qualities of Ishvarata manifests. But otherwise, everybody, Jivatma, Jiva is Brahman. That means Jiva is Ishvara only. Ishvara that manifests or not is from the world point of view. From the body-mind complex ability point of view. Is the answer clear, Katyani?
Very clear, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
So anybody else has any questions? So the more transparent the body-mind complex is, more divine qualities will manifest. That's called Ishvara the manifest. But at the in essence, both are Ishvara. In essence, necklace is gold, ring is gold, chain is gold. Right? In essence, Jiva is nothing but Ishvara. Jiva Brahmaiva Napara. That's the meaning of that. Other than Brahman, there's nothing. Shall we close for the day, Shravan? Any questions? Who is asking?
Guruji,
Yes. Yes, yes.
omnipresent ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ವವ್ಯಾಪಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
Omnipresent means present everywhere, right?
ಸರ್ವವ್ಯಾಪಿ.
Sarvabhi. Are you present everywhere?
Yes.
You are present everywhere as existence.
Yes.
Astitva, right? If you consider as I am the body, then you are not present everywhere. You are just present here in place. If you consider myself as existence, I am there everywhere. So, as existence, I am Ishvara, I am everywhere. As body, I am limited. So, if you consider yourself as body, you are Jiva. If you consider as existence, you are Ishvara.
Omnipotent ಗೆ
All functioning of the world, right? You lift your hand because of the consciousness, Atma. Somebody lifts his hand because of Atma. Everything in the world is happening because of presence of Atma, right?
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ
If you are Atma, you are omnipresent. All functioning with all bodies in the world, I am only doing. I only Atma.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ವರ್ಡ್ ಏನಿದೆ omnipotent ಗೆ?
Omnipresence is Sarvavyapi, Sarvadna, Sarvashaktiman.
Omniscience ಅಲ್ವಾ?
Sarvashaktiman. Omnipotent is Sarvashaktiman.
ಸರ್ವಶಕ್ತಿ.
Omnipresence is Sarvavyapi.
omnipresent ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ವವ್ಯಾಪಿ.
Omnipresent.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ವಶಕ್ತ.
Sarvadna means omniscient. Omniscient, knowing everything. Sarvadna.
Omniscient.
Right?
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಗುರುಜಿ. ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಇವರು.
Clear ಆಯ್ತಾ? Anybody any questions? Otherwise, can you close for the day? Shravan, Vasudha?
No, Prabhuji. Thanks a lot.